Hi guys, welcome to Library at Home. It's me, Elda, and tonight we are going to be regrowing vegetables from our kitchen scraps. These are not scraps, but they're going to be scraps once we go to eat them. We are a few minutes early, so before we get started, I'm going to show you what we're going to be working on next week. We are going to be making sea glass lighted bottles. So this is next week's project. If you're watching, what you're gonna need for next week is some old wine bottles, any kind of wine bottles, some glue, and hi Sharon. I was just talking about the sea glass bottles we're gonna be making for next week. Can you see these? These are next week's project. I was saying all you need are some old wine bottles, some glue, and food coloring, and these really fun lights I bought on Amazon. But we'll talk about that actually at the end of the program. But tonight we are going to be regrowing vegetables from kitchen scraps. We're going to be making a windowsill garden, and super excited. I don't know if you can see this. Oh, this is actually my lettuce that I grew from the end of my romaine lettuce. So, hi Courtney. So welcome to your Library at Home, guys. It's me, Elda, and tonight I'm going to be showing you how to make a windowsill garden out of your kitchen scraps. So it's just about time to get started. So I'm going to tell you about a few things that you're going to need to do this. You're going to need some vegetables, romaine, green onions, pineapple, regular onions, iceberg lettuce. I'm trying to think what else is in my bag. Oh, carrots. I didn't get any carrots up, but carrots, garlic. I'm going to show you a fun thing to do with your basil and your rosemary from your garden. So you're going to need that. I don't know if you guys eat wheat yogurt, but these little jars from wheat yogurt are the best. So jars, little shallow bowls. Hi, Emma. I've got some of these tall glasses that are great for rooting your veggies. These cute little cordial glasses. So any kind of shallow type, fun, pretty glass will work. So the first thing we're gonna talk about is, okay, this one is really fun. This one is actually pineapple. I don't know how well you guys can see. You probably can't see very well, but this is a pineapple that I started. So right inside there is my new Highland. Right inside there is where my new pineapple is growing. Okay, this one's kind of random, I realize, but apparently after about 2 years, you will regrow an actual pineapple. So I'm gonna start with our pineapple just because that I thought was really fun, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn the camera down so you guys can see what I'm doing here. So for your pineapple, what you wanna do is literally, first we're gonna cut the pineapple tag off. My pineapple is very ripe, so this is going to be really easy to do. And what you want to do is just twist off the top of your pineapple. And right here is actually where your roots are going to grow. I don't know if you can see on the one that I've already started, I've got some roots growing. So this one's ready to go in dirt. But you want to trim off all that, and then you want to just peel off about maybe 3-4 layers of the actual pineapple. Well, hi Lydia. So this is our pineapple. I'm taking my leaves off. And now we are just going to let this sit. Mine's been sitting in water for about a week or so, and I think it's ready to plant in dirt. So I'm gonna go one more layer. Okay, so now I've got, it's ready to be soaked in water. So once again, my wheat jar, I'm gonna put it in there. I'm just going to add, just so like the bottom, maybe 1.5 inches of the pineapple is sitting in water. And here you go. And now it'll just start growing from the inside of the pineapple. And like I said, once it gets to be about this big, you'll see it. The leaves growing inside, they're about 3-4 inches. So now this one's ready to go in water. So there's your pineapple. If you wait about 2 years, you actually will have a pineapple. Isn't that fun? All right, let me get my pineapple scraps. Next one I want to talk about is our green onions. So I've got some green onions here. These guys have been growing now for about a week and a half. So I can actually chop these off and eat them and just keep this in the water and they will keep growing. So here's these guys I started. I want to say I started these Saturday. So if you can see how much is already growing. Now, these are really fun to keep on your windowsill. Oh, you can even see like there's a couple really new little baby ones in there. Really fun to watch these grow. You can actually transplant these right into the dirt, right when you cut them off, or after they start growing. Just keep cutting them and they will just continually resprout. Now, I never eat this part of the onion, so for me, this is a perfect use for it. So here's our green onions. We have got some romaine. So here's my romaine I've been growing. Oh, I actually have a plant on my windowsill. Let me grab that for you. So with the romaine, hi Denise. Oh good, I hope you like this. Okay, so this is, I've been growing this romaine now for about a week and a half. This one's been maybe 5 days. They're growing really fast and they look really fun in the windowsill. This guy's ready. I put him in dirt. He's ready to go outside. So this would be a really fun thing to do in the spring because you could actually start this in your kitchen and then transplant it outside and they'll just keep going. You cut off your tops and it'll just keep reproducing. So I'm going to show you how to do the romaine. So obviously when you get your romaine, you just want to cut, you know, the bottom edge like you normally would. We never eat this part. So here's what we're using to start. And I'm going to put it in this little shallow dish because I just want this bottom part to go right in the water, not the whole plant. So just pour a little bit of water in there. If you guys can see, tiny bit. Pop your romaine in there, and I'm telling you, within 2 days, you will have romaine growing. I don't have any baby romaine growing, but honestly, it grows really fast. It's fun. It just shoots right out here, and before you know it, it looks like this. And you could chop these off and eat them right now, and it'll just keep regrowing. So here's the romaine. Okay, celery is probably, hi Maureen, celery is my favorite. Here's my celery plant. This one actually is also ready to go in dirt if I want. Oh, I don't have any celery here. Same thing with the celery, just like the romaine. You just chop off the bottom little chunk that you would normally not eat, and you put it right in water, and it'll sprout. Within 2-3 days, it'll start growing. It's super fun. And then you can just go ahead, let it grow, put it in the dirt, keep it in water on your windowsill. It makes me really happy to have them in my windowsill because they're so fresh and green looking. So the next one, oh, here's my celery. So just to give you guys an idea, this is the one I started Saturday, so you can see how much it's already growing. The thing about these guys is it's really good to have them in clear jars because you can actually see the water, and they really need to be changed every day. Oh, let me see your celery growing. Did you watch last week and tell me? Did you see me talk about this last week? I'd love to see it. So here's mine Saturday, I think. This one is probably about 8 days growth. So pretty soon I'll be growing my own celery stalks from the celery I would have normally thrown out. All right, this one I'm really excited about. Okay, garlic. So here's the thing about garlic. I only did 1 clove. I did this one about a week ago. I'm very bummed that I didn't do more because if you can see this chive shooting out, this actually shoots out chives just like green onions, and then you can chop these off and have garlic chives. But if you guys can see all of the roots that have already grown on my garlic, so this can go right in the ground. If you take a garlic clove, I didn't try this, but if you take a garlic clove just like this and plant it in the ground, you'll actually regrow a whole clove of garlic. So that's kind of fun, especially once you sometimes you get the garlic and it just starts growing the shoots out of it anyways. If you didn't use all your garlic in time, then that can go right in the ground and you will have a whole new garlic plant. Okay, fun one, carrot tops. here's my carrot tops. Can you guys see my little baby carrots growing from there? I'm so excited about this. These, same thing, you have to change this water pretty much every day and check it because you don't want it to be sitting in a lot of water. This is kind of a funny story, but this is the bottom of my butter dish, which my husband said, that's where the bottom of the butter dish went. So I was like, oops, it's perfect for my carrots. So just chop off that part of your carrot, soak it in a little bit of water. It will grow, you know, once it's about that high, chop it off, throw it in a salad. It tastes like parsley, but it's very good in with vitamin K, and potassium. So this part, I'm excited to see. I'll keep these growing and show you next week how they're growing. So there's what you can do with your carrots. Now this one, I'm kind of excited about too. This is a beet. So this is actually the whole beet. I just chopped off what was growing and now it's regrowing lettuce. So between my beets and my romaine and my carrot, I can have enough to do maybe an individual salad. If you have a rabbit in the house, I guess it's good for your rabbit too, but I'm actually excited to eat these because those are very healthy for you too. I was really excited. Here's my iceberg lettuce. It started growing lettuce in about 6 hours. It hasn't really grown a whole lot since Saturday, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it doesn't look really good. So I think I'm gonna stick to the romaine. In case you wanted to try iceberg, it would be an experiment. All right, if any of you guys have kids and have to do a science fair project, this is perfect because all of this stuff is all growing in different ways in different times, and it's very fun to watch. I have red onion. So red onion, any bulb onion, red, yellow, or white. If you cut about a 1-inch thick piece, and I don't know if you guys can see this with the light, but this also I started on Saturday. I'm gonna take it out of the water for a minute. I don't know if you can see right in there, but it's starting to grow little sprouts. This one you can do right in the soil, or you can do right in water. If you put this right in soil, these will start shooting up. Same thing, you've got like chives. But it will regrow a whole onion eventually. So that's kind of fun to watch. I'm curious to see how that one keeps growing. Another thing that I've been experimenting with is my basil. And let me grab my rosemary to show you. Okay, I've got rosemary, basil, and mint. Did your iceberg really grow? Because mine, like I said, iceberg, I had better luck with romaine than iceberg, but I did buy another head to try it again. So here I have mint, basil, and rosemary. So when I usually clip my basil, what I do is I just take the leaves off that I'm gonna use. But this time, I've decided to reroot my basils, pick from the bottom as I need basil to cook with. This is maybe a week and a half. Hi, Melissa. And here's already all of the roots that have rerooted from my basil. So here is going to be a new basil plant. And I can still pick my basil leaves and it will continue to grow. So I'm very excited about that. Same thing with the rosemary. Rosemary takes a little bit longer than the basil, but my rosemary is starting to grow roots as well. So that's exciting. And same with the mint. I don't know if you can see this, but my mint, this is, my neighbor brought this over and I was very excited. You cut the bottom off. Okay, I'm gonna cut my lettuce if we have time and you can say yes or no if that's how you did it. Okay, so I don't know if you can see, but this is from Saturday and the mint is already starting to reroot. So I'm gonna pop this right in the ground and I've got a whole new basil plant from the clippings that I'm using for my clippings, if that makes sense. So that's pretty exciting. That's a really fun way to regrow your veggies. So, like I said, what you guys need to do is just find yourself some fun jars. This looks great in your windowsill. It's really fun to watch these guys grow. Cilantro is another one that you can actually take your cilantro use what you're gonna use from it. I got a beet in there. And, you know, let's say you were gonna use this much of your cilantro, right? We'll cut a whole bunch of it. Hi, Angie. All right, so I'm gonna take my cilantro now, and I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm going to pour it in my little vase with some water, and it will reroot, and I can plant it in the ground and have a whole new cilantro plant. So we'll check on this in a couple days and see what this is doing. So there's the cilantro. I showed you guys the garlic. We can do an onion real quick, so I'm just gonna cut the base of my onion off. And I am going to put it in. I'm gonna steal my little jar. I just put my iceberg in. You see where the roots are? I'm just gonna set that right in the water. And if you guys can see, hi Heike, if you can see the center part right there, that's where it will start shooting up sprouts. So this has been a lot of fun. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. It's been really fun. I feel like this would be a great project in the middle of the winter because all of the greenery, you can't see it anymore, but all of the greenery growing on my windowsill, it's so fun. Here, let's put it back so you can see. Every morning I come down and I've got more little shoots on there. And look, I literally have a little windowsill garden. So, regrowing your vegetables from scraps, it's super fun. If you guys try it, let me know. It might be a couple weeks before I can feed my whole family with it, but I certainly can have my own salad if I want. So anyways, that's what I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching. If you missed the beginning, I'm gonna show you really quickly. These are the lighted sea glass bottles that we're gonna be making next week. So save your wine bottles, clear bottles. Grab some food coloring, a paintbrush, and some glue, and tune in next Tuesday night, and I'll show you how to make lighted sea glass bottles. So thanks for watching, you guys. Have a good night. Bye.